wife, Kim, for 18 years. We have a 15-year-old daughter, 12-year-old son. Teenage years are crazy, so good luck with yours as they're getting there. My dogs are Boaz and Amos. They're my buds. I try to take them wherever I can. They always love car rides. They will join me wherever I go. A couple personal projects, just to know me a little bit more too. I love vehicles. I would collect them if I could, but they're way too expensive. First vehicle was a 95 Silverado. Still have it to this day. I will never get rid of it. 72 Cutlass convertible was our family vehicle. It was my dad's and it was mine. Hopefully someday it will be my kids. And then my favorite vehicle was an 85 K10 pickup. That's the blue one in the middle on the top. It was extremely loud. It had a horn that played so many different musical things and animal sounds. And so I was just hitting those buttons as I was driving. But it was my son or the truck. And so I sold the truck, paid for the kid, and I think that was the right choice. We still have him to this day. So one day I'll have an 85 again. Other personal projects, I just love building stuff with my hands, so making something out of nothing, and that's kind of what website design and marketing is to a point, but it's on a computer screen. So at our last house, I made an 8-foot by 16-foot pirate ship for the kids. The cool thing was I cut down the trees, I milled them into boards, I planed them, and built it. So I paid for screws, and that was the only thing out of that project. I also built an airplane that was on the side of the road, just the purple stripes. I think it was like an EMS practice, like getting in and out with someone. So then I built the rest of it around it to give them a little pea gravel play area. Moving around top to bottom is that our current property is just an obstacle course, jumping on stumps that I buried in the ground, tire bridge, things like that for the kids to race around, with balancing and stuff. That's our tree house that we built. They learned, because this one was enclosed. This one is only 3 sides. As you can see, there was a lot of spiders and cobwebs and things in there, so they didn't like to plant it eventually. So that one's more open. And then that's me in the bottom, putting on trusses to my pole barn. That is my oasis where I go to work on my projects and to get away. And then we built our house, so that's my wife in the bottom corner writing Bible verses on all of our studs. As the Lord is our foundation, center of our family, and He's also our home. So that was, really cool. All right, switching gears, that's enough about me. So Speck Designs. These are our services, our main services on the right when you're looking at the screen. If you scan the QR code, it kind of breaks down what you guys can do if you want to implement something to help with the traffic leads, clients, loyalty, retention. As far as if you guys want to implement some things, it's a PDF that breaks those down into further actions to get like the landing pages and to get clients yourself, or else I would love to talk to you about that and help you with any of your marketing. So the main thing is we help with print and digital goods and services, anything besides large outdoor signage we can help and assist you with. So I did send an email to you a few months ago trying to prepare for this to see what kind of questions you guys had, and thank you for the ones that answered. Some of them were more along the lines of how much does it cost to be found online, or how much does SEO, or how much do I need to invest? And the short answer is I don't have an answer for you. I know it's not what you want to hear, but every customer is different, every business is different, every goal is different. So all of our plans are custom made for your specific situation. But if I were to narrow it down, and if you're looking to grow in 2026, these are the 5 areas that I would recommend. These are the 5 areas that we help and walk you through and take care of for you as well. So the first one is your Google business profile and reviews. This is becoming the top thing. I know I talk about it a lot, but Google is pointing them, people from searches and AI searches, to your Google profile before your website nowadays, and especially with Google Maps. And getting reviews online and replying to them is also very important, the positive and negative ones. So your website clarity, you have about 5 seconds or less for someone that goes to your homepage to tell them who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. If you aren't answering those questions, they're backing up and finding someone else that will answer those questions. The third one is social media. Something that we don't all love to do. Kevin does a great job with it, where he's on the informed stuff and sending out his card and writing people, but you need to be where your customers it's business to consumer, it's usually Facebook, Instagram. Business to business is LinkedIn. And just build those connections. You don't have to become an influencer in the top person on the social, but to be there and communicate and have that conversation is impactful. Helpful content is the fourth, and that's your website content. Keywords are still extremely important, but now with AI, things are going towards questions and answers. So making sure frequently asked questions are on there, plus the keywords that people are searching for. These all do tie together. So that's where there's a lot of overlap. It's creating a blog on your website, putting it on social media, putting it on Google. You can update those just like you would your Facebook account. And the last thing are the improvements, looking at the analytics, the stuff that is not fun, but if I tie it to BNI, just like what we just looked at with Power of One type of thing, the more one-to-ones you have, the more referrals seem to follow and they go together. So looking at the trends of what's working, what's not, and making those correct changes is extremely beneficial. So what I want to do, I believe, okay, so before I get there, this is a breakdown, a list of some, not all, of the different things that we help with. That's where I can't really go into details because I could talk for 4 hours about like the specifics in a certain project, but these are some of them. The benefits of using Speck Designs is we're still a smaller team, which means we have less overhead, which means our prices are cheaper, but the quality is not like any worse. But just compared to Grand Rapids, larger agencies that do it, we're about half the price because we don't have the overhead, the benefits, the employees that they do. And we also provide a custom 3-month plan. Every month you'll get a report with the summary of what's working and the highlights of things, but also every 3 months we lay out, this is what we're going to be doing, why we're going to be doing it, so you always know what's happening, what we're working on, and at any time if you change your goals or have something come up, we can switch it. We're really flexible with that, but you always know what's going on. All right, so to go with that, I wanted to compare, so one of our clients that are using our SEO services every month and one that is not. So Brandon was here at our visitor event, Lakeshore Barrier Free. I think you all met him. I've been with him for a year and just over a year and a half. He's been a customer of ours. And as you can see, the numbers have improved. I compared last year to this year, August through November is what we could go back to. And everything's up. He's getting just under 78,000 more impressions. So that's how much his site is actually showing on Google searches based on what it was before. And we created pages that he never had on his previous site. So he created Patriot Ramp Rentals specifically for wheelchair ramp renting. And that page is getting over 446% more views this year than last. So everything is constantly growing. Every month we're optimizing things, working on it, and Google is seeing that. And it just keeps going up, trending up. And then Google reviews. So he had 58 5 years before, it took him 5 years before we started working with him and meeting him. He didn't start all those from day one. I built him the system and I explained it. And so he's just been doing it the past few months. He's up to, I think it's 87 now. He got another one this week. He actually talked to me yesterday and said that a lady was searching for, it was something along the lines of like the best wheelchair lift installation company in Grand Rapids, and his popped up number 1. She called him, he got the job, he's installing it next week or 2 weeks from now. So that's the benefit of using our services. We've been with them. We do a blog, 2 blogs a month, and then we put that on the social media, on his Google business profile for him. Versus Fastcat Excavating. They are on a tight budget. We built them a site. All the services aren't like on their own individual pages. It's one page, but it is what they wanted. Their plan was to do SEO and add to it as we go. They've just never done it yet. And as you can see, their numbers aren't really increasing. I mean, it's good. They're out there. People can find them. But if you're not investing in your company, then you're not going to grow. And that's the stats show. So for desktops, they have actually lost impressions and clicks just by a little bit, but the numbers are staying consistent. So with that, we be investing in your company. And for that reason alone, I know SEO, our plans are 1,000 or 1,700 a month. But because of that, we've created these two. And this is where I was talking about with the ask earlier. We will handle a Google business profile for you. It's through getrealleads.net. You can look, we'll break down everything on that site. It's a secondary company that we built. And we'll handle all that, plus get you on AI searches within 30 days. And our package was if you sign up for both of those, we'll knock off $100, and we'll do that through the rest of this week. So that's through tomorrow. So if there's anyone you know that is trying to grow or trying to get on Google and they can't really afford the SEO that does everything, this is still very beneficial. And will help get on AI searches and your Google business profile for you so that you can just focus on your customers, running your business, and we'll handle everything else in the back end. But after Friday, it'll go up to $328.99 a month, and that's still a lot cheaper than the $1,000 for SEO, which this will help and hopefully get you to that point where we can do a lot more. But that's a quick summary of Speck Designs, where we just help in every aspect of your business. We got to make sure your brand is on point and staying consistent through everything, and we'll just help you on your printing and digital goods and services that you offer for your customers.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I've been working with Speckman, right? So talked with him yesterday, got signed up, I get, the Google review. So I'm curious, do you send that, or is that set up in your Calendly, or how does that go out? Do you have to implement that yourself, or is that something that automatically goes out, and how does that get integrated into the systems, right? So I'm just thinking ahead, if I were to do that, I'm not gonna ask a Google review until closing, right? Usually, so
Yeah.
just curious how that works.
Yeah, I just do a personal text just because I just like to do a personal handwritten, although it's over text, but I just like to do the personal text, and I just put my Google business page link in there,
Okay.
and they can just click on the link and leave a review.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing for the past couple months.
Okay.
So
you're just gonna have your template and then send it on that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, nice. So then what we do is we build out it's a URL, so it's a link, and it's through the Get Real Leads through that domain. But we build a link just directly for you, and it has your customer's name and their email, and then you can hit submit. So all you have to do is you have a closing, you type in their name, their email, and click submit, and then we've built out an automated email campaign. So there'll be 3 emails that go out 2 days apart. If they reply and give you a review, it stops emailing them. If they don't fill it out, after the 3rd email, it'll just stop because you don't want to annoy them and spam them with, hey, review and give me some positive stuff. So if they're not going to leave that for the 3rd one, it just stops. And then we have all their contacts. So then in your CRM, if you want that, we can export it and give you that info. For me, it just goes into my client database, but for you, since I built that, I can give you we can print out all the people that you send it to if you want. Just make sure they're in the system, stuff like that.
Cool.
Okay.